Yes, my people, man, you know, you're locked into Spill TV, lock in or get locked out, you already know. And to all the Australian parents out there are going to be waking up with a big boy headache today because as of this morning or late last night, there was a blanket social media ban put in place in Australia, banning any teenager from the age of 16 and under from using social media platforms. This has come as it ain't come as a shock to me because really and truly, bro, I fully agree with this. I made a big mistake. When I got out of prison, I made a big mistake. Because I've been in jail and I hadn't seen my daughter for a while. Her mum never let her go on social media, but me, being that I hadn't been around her for a while, and I just wanted to please her, I let her go on social media. I let her have a TikTok account. I let her have a YouTube channel, Instagram. Not that she could go on there willy-nilly. Obviously, it was monitored very strictly and she wasn't allowed to put her face on there or none of that. You get me? So it was just like she'd put drawings on there or collages and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But nonetheless, I did see her start to scroll and stuff like that. And my daughter's 11 years old. So as these banners came in today, I've implemented it in my household as well, bro. My daughter's been took off social media as of today. Not saying that, I needed this to hint me to take my daughter off it, but this just gave me that extra nudge to say, yeah, enough is enough. I need to protect my daughter from social media, which I think is a good thing, bro. So we're going to get into this, man. There's a TikTok account. There's this lady on TikTok called Original Riri. She does she talks about a lot of things, like controversial things in society. And I like her, bro. She speaks her mind. She speaks with chest. So shout out to her. We're going to get into a bit about what she was saying about it. She's from the UK. I think she's from Nottingham. So we're going to get into a bit about what she had to say. But guys, make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. You already know what time it is, man. We're trying to go up. So I need you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's do this together, man. But let's get into this, guys. Let's go.
World's first social media ban for under 16s is now in effect in Australia. So that means millions of kids under the age of 16 are woken up this morning and they've lost access to their Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, all of it. It's interesting how this is going to be enforced. It's not going to be parents and children who will be punished if they break the ban. It will be the companies. So the companies risk being slapped with fines up to 50 million Australian dollars if they don't comply. And look, this is going to be watched by countries around the world to see what happens. It's a bit like a test case.
Do you know what? One thing that I find mad about that, but I think it's actually good, yeah? Obviously, the parents, I think, guidance starts at home, bro. And I firmly believe that. I don't think it's down to any company or anybody outside a child's household. It's not anyone else's responsibility to monitor that child. It's in the household. So, technically, bro, charging a company for a child getting on their platform when there's a ban in place, I technically only think only that partly relies with the platform because they can only do so much. But at the same time, I do think they could do a lot more. Being honestly, they could do a lot more. But in terms of how are they going to implement this, bro? Because we all know kids are very resourceful, bro, and they will find a way around this. Do you know what I'm saying? It'll be interesting to hear the point of views from the teenagers themselves. So I've plucked out a bit of content from some of these teenagers and we're going to get into about what they were saying. But to me, it looks like the buck of the responsibility is going to be down to the parents in the house, bruv, to monitor their kid. No doubt about it, bro. You get me? And so it should be too. Do you know what I'm saying? Because as parents, it's our responsibility. So how are they going to implement it? How are they going to make sure kids ain't getting on this platform? Is it going to be facial ID? Are they going to have to show ID on the camera? Do you get what I'm saying? How is it going to be implemented? Or is it just going to be are you over the ages of 16? Click yes or no. Do you get what I'm saying? Because then is that really a ban? That ain't really a ban to me. That's just basically confirming if someone's over the age or not. And that's not really confirmation because it's just a click of a button. It could have been a 5-year-old that pressed it. Do you see where I'm going with this, bruv? So how is it going to be implemented? Get in the comments, let me know what you think, man. Let me know if you think they're going to be able to implement this smoothly or if whatever they implement is really gonna be able to deter kids from going on these platforms. Do you get what I'm saying? But let's keep going. Let's get into what's her name? Original Riri had to say about it, man, because I just like how she talks, and she talks straight and she says it with chest, bro. So let's get into what she was saying. Let's go.
Well done. A big well done and a big round of applause to Australia, yeah, for implementing this new rule, which is taking children under the age of 16 off of social media. Yes, it's about time. Now, it's not happening quick enough. It needs to hurry up. They need to come off of here, okay? Because now they're on the screen screaming at all of us, talking to us, bunch of adults like they're just us, right? And again, this is the reason why. This is the reason why we are so happy and ecstatic that they've brought this rule into place, okay? They just need to hurry up and do it around the world now. Every country needs to now jump on board so we can all be in the same boat, okay? Because Australia, yes, you guys are taking off children underage, but not everyone else yet. We're not all there yet, but I can imagine because you started it, every country will follow. Me personally, I'm not big on children having social media anyway. My children doesn't have social media. Obviously, my youngest is 6. Of course, she doesn't have it. And my eldest is 12. She'll be 13 next year. Absolutely does she not have social media. Now, she won't be having social media until she is at least 16, 17, and that's it.
I can't lie, yeah. Do you know what really pisses me off? Like, obviously, I used to be on TikTok hard. I'm back on TikTok now. You get me? Go check out my account, Spill TV 9. No, actually, Spill TV podcast on TikTok. So make sure you guys go check it out, man. Yeah. So what used to annoy me on TikTok is if I was on a live, like, and people are in the comments. These times I've got my settings set to age control, so only viewers over the age of 18 should be getting into my lives because that's what I've got it set to. But I'm talking to people in my lives, and then I'm figuring out that this is a kid that I'm conversing with like they're adults. Do you get what I'm saying? And some of these kids be in the comments writing some of the most vile stuff, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Words that kids should never even know. But like, and I'm talking like of the ages of like 8, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? It's disgusting. But what ages would you say is a decent age for your child to go on social media, if you'd let them go on social media at all? Let me know in the comments, bro. Do you get me? And do you think now that the rest of the world is going to follow suit from Australia? Because I heard on the news they're saying that every country now is going to be watching Australia to see how this gets implemented and how smoothly they roll it out. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'd say if the world followed suit, me personally, I'm in agreement, innit? Take kids off social media. Like, I don't want my child on there, bro. Like I said, I let her on there and I've took her off now, innit? Cause I could see it changing my daughter's behavior. Do you know what I mean? Literally, in real time, I could see it, bro. So I am now an advocate, definitely, for kids not being on social media, bro. But where do you lot stand on that, man? Like, what do you lot think about that? Do you think that kids should be took off social media, or do you think they shouldn't, bro? Cause I know everyone's views ain't the same. Do you know what I mean? Get in the comments and let me know. But we're gonna get into. I took a clip off TikTok again, yeah, cause I seen some teenagers from Australia talking about this ban and how easy it was for them to get around it. So let's get into that now, innit? Let's go and see what they're talking about.
When you woke up this morning, were your social media accounts gone?
No. They said like Australia has new laws for
Implementing,
under 16s, but they didn't ban us. They just made us press OK. I think if the apps do eventually get banned, it won't help us as a whole. Cyberbullying will definitely go up when we're texting on messages, because you can text whoever and you can screenshot it and it can go around. There are options on the apps to help you be safer, but we just aren't taught how to do that responsibly.
There you go. See exactly what I just said, bro. They're saying they woke up this morning and all they got on their phone was a message saying that there's a law being set that under 16s can't go on the platforms. But they only had to press OK and they were still allowed on it. So how is that a ban? Like, how is that a ban? And what is being implemented to stop them going on there, bruv? And even like they just said, yeah, if they do take, because you got to play devil's advocate, bruv. Take away social media platforms off these kids where there is a certain amount of regulations, you know, to stop bullying and all these type of things. Take that away. Now they go straight to Texas where there's no monitoring, there's no features to stop bullying on normal text messages. You get me? And anyone can be text on a text message. I'd say it's a bit harder to monitor. Let me know in the comments, would you say? Like, would you reckon text messages and normal messages would be harder to monitor than social media? But like they just said, even though social media's got these tools to use for anti-bullying, they're still not taught how to use them, bro. So you can give people tools all day long, but if you don't show people how to use them, the work will never get done. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? But let's carry on and see what they're saying.
Instead of putting the blame on social media about all teenage problems, I think they should dig deeper and actually work out why teenagers feel this.
They're punishing us for a problem we didn't create.
Now, I gotta say, yeah, I agree with that in a sense that you can't just blame social media for all the teenage problems. You get me? You can't do that because social media is a small part of the problems that teenagers face in this day and age, bruv. Like, you gotta compete with TV as well, and I think TV programs can be the most violent programs you see, and that is big corporate channels putting that on there for our kids to look at. Like, you look at 20 years ago on daytime TV, you'd never see nudity ever, but nowadays you see nudity at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on TV, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think it's wrong to just blame social media, but I do think social media does play a role in damaging the mindset of our youths and our teenagers, bruv. So in terms of the ban being implemented, as we heard a while ago, they said that all they got in the morning when they woke up was a message saying that there's been a ban implemented for anyone under the age of 16 can't use social media platforms. And they said all they had to do was press OK and they can still use a platform. So is that really a ban? Are these companies and are these platforms really doing enough to make our kids safe, bro? Like, that's the question really at hand. Is this ban going to be enough to make the kids safe? And do you reckon that England and other countries are now going to follow suit? I think they probably are, bro. Is it a bad thing? No. Because like I said, I don't think kids should be on social media, bro. I made a big mistake letting my kids on there in the first place, you know, so, and I regret that. So yeah, man, but get in the comments, guys, and let me know, man. What do you think about this whole ban in Australia? Do you think it's going to be implemented the way it should be? Do you think platforms are doing enough to keep our kids safe as it is? Which I don't think they are personally, but let me know in the comments, guys, man. Yeah, man. Thanks for locking into the video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't cost you nothing. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You already know, man. Spill TV. Lock in or get locked out. Don't sleep on me.